Hi, everybody. Welcome and welcome back. My name is Kimiko Sumi, and this morning I want to do a video discussing weight loss in black women and the obesity rates once again when it pertains to black women. Basically, I want to talk about, because I already discussed this one time. I've already made a video about this in the past, but I took it down because it just wasn't the way that I wanted to. But I really am serious about this topic, and I really want to bring it up again and discuss it from my perspective. Okay, now I know that people always talking about black women and how we need to lose weight and how we have the highest stats of obesity, overweight and obesity and whatnot, and how we need to push away from the table and push away from the plate and stop eating so much food and work out and whatnot, right? So anyway, this is my thing right here, and I brought this up before. People don't even really want us to be in shape in the first fucking place. They don't want us to be in shape. And there's a deeper meaning, there's a more sinister meaning behind it. But I'm not going to get that deep into it, okay? But you know what? Because right now, I'm not going to even lie. I'm not bold enough to really go that deep right now. But, and I don't think I should, because I'm not going to go that deep right now into what I really believe is the root of it, why so many people really don't want black women to be in shape, even though they criticize our weight all the time. But this is the thing, they'll sabotage black women. A lot of the microaggressions that you see from other races and even sometimes black people themselves to sabotage a black woman's weight loss, this is like, this is deliberate. They don't want black women to be in shape. They like the fact that they can rub it in our face and stuff like that, that we have weight on us to hold over our heads to keep us in check. But they don't really want us to get in shape because, you know what, throughout my journey, people, and all throughout my life, all the weight loss struggles that I've had, the massive weight loss and the weight losses in between, people have always tried to sabotage my weight loss. And I never really connected it to me being a black woman until very much recently. And I will go ahead and say this, that I noticed this one comment. Okay, remember around the time when that statue in New York was put up of that black girl? It was like a statue and she had weight on her and she had braids or whatever, right? So I was on Twitter and I was like on Tariq Nasheed's page and he was discussing it or something like that, right? And so I'm looking in the comments and there was this white man and he was like, and this was the weirdest shit. He was like, I really don't want black women to be in shape. I'm going to admit it. I don't want them to be in shape. I'd like to see them struggle to lose weight. And I'm like thinking it's justifying, not really justifying, but it's what is it called? It's a word for, I can't think of it right now, but it's going along with the reason why the root of it, okay? Why it makes a lot of sense for him to have said that about black women and weight and why he don't want us to be in shape. And it's really disgusting. It's a really root of it that I believe that's very disgusting, why they really don't want black women to be in shape. Specifically, white men don't want black women to be in shape. Because I was like, damn, am I just making this up? Am I just thinking this about, white men or white people or people in general? Am I just, okay, is this just me just making this up? Because I do have paranoid schizophrenia, which is why my thoughts are scattered in the first place. But I was like, am I just making this up in my head about, white men or white people, why he would say something like that? Because that's the first time I actually seen somebody admit that, especially a white man, admit that he did not want black women to be in shape and and it's not because he liked it. No. He said it in a way where it was like racist. You could tell that it was in a racist way. So so this goes back to the fact that really proved to me that what I've been thinking about people all this time, that they really don't want black women to be in shape for their own selfish, perverted reasons, okay? Because there's a perversion that's the root of it any motherfucking way, okay? If you ask me. Okay, because it's not just, oh, I want you to look bad. No, it's a deeper perverted reason. Okay, so anyway, that's what I believe. At least it's just my theory that the reason why they don't want black women to be in shape. but they also get to rub it in, and they also want to be able to have a body advantage over us too. They also want to say that they have the body and that we don't and whatnot. It's a whole lot of bullshit. It's a lot of bullshit. And there are also other black women and black people, so-called black women and black people, that will also try to sabotage your weight loss journey for these motherfucking racists and shit like that. And they will help do microaggressions too. And honestly, I do believe that a lot of these so-called black people, it's like this get out shit. Like, they're being used as vessels, in my opinion. I believe that a lot of these black people, black women in particular, are being used as vessels, okay, to help sabotage other black women when it comes down to losing weight and being our best selves. Because in my opinion, I do believe that black women should lose weight. I do believe black women should be fit and look good and be perfect. And I do believe that black women should be fit, friendly, and feminine, but friendly within reason. I'm going to stress that. With discernment, friendly with discernment, because you shouldn't just be friendly all the time. No, I don't agree with that. But fit, feminine with discernment, and fit, feminine, and friendly with discernment, okay? But overall, I believe that black women should be perfect. I do. I'm going to say it. I believe that black women should be a walking and talking Barbie, okay? Because that's because when I grew up, I had a example, a role model, my own mother. And so, I love Barbie growing up myself. And I don't have nothing against other races like that. I really don't. Don't get me wrong, y'all. I really don't. I'm cultured. I grew up in the Soka Gakkai International. I was exposed to different cultures all throughout my life. I still am to this very day a part of the SGI, the Soka Gakkai International. But I'm not going to get too deep into that. So I have kind of like a mindset where I really do believe in health and fitness and looking good, because both of my parents, like I've said in other videos, they really have stressed the importance of, fitness and eating well and being healthy, okay? But my mother has always been like a walking, talking Barbie for me. She used to buy me Barbie dolls herself. And I fell in love with them because my mother started to buy them for me. And she looks like a Barbie doll. Okay, she really does. To this day, she still looks like a black Barbie. And to me, I guess that was just embedded in my mindset and psyche that black women are supposed to be perfect. Black women are supposed to be just, to me, just a model-less all the time, fit, feminine, and friendly, but with discernment. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to go back to the fact that people really do not want black women to be in shape. People do not want black women to be fit. They will gaslight you all day long, us all day long, about how we need to lose weight and how we're fat and need to lose weight and get in shape and this and that. And I do notice that there's a lot more black women on YouTube and social media who do self-care content and hygiene and hair and skin and body. And I noticed that these black women are really on point, like in every area, and I'm not, and I don't really care if I offend anyone at this point, because it's just the truth. I see more black women online who are about self-care, development, bettering ourselves. I see a lot of this, and I'm like, yes, I'm rooting for us, okay? Because I am a black woman. I love to see that. I grew up seeing that with my mother, and I grew up wanting to be like her and Barbie, okay? Black Barbie, and really Barbie in general. I really do think that people in general should just be like Barbie dolls. Barbie and Ken, regardless of race. This is my opinion, but hey. But I'm going to get back to the main subject anyway. Black women are, microaggressions are used a lot of the time to actually, in my opinion, to drive us to eating, okay? That's a tool that they use, that people, racists and people who hate us, that really don't want us to be in shape, use to keep us in line, okay? Because the way you look, and it determines how you feel about yourself, and they want to keep us in a state of low self-esteem and insecurity and stuff to keep us in control and in line, while they can be walking around in shape and fit and have us with low self-esteem, but it's really the other way around. They got low self-worth. They have low self-esteem. They're insecure. And that's why they want us to be docile to them so they can feel better. It's a mental, psychological trip that they're using on us, okay? So anyway, I'm going to leave y'all with this message. And if you got a fucking problem with what I got to say, feel free to leave your comments too, okay? But anyway, y'all, please like, comment, subscribe, share my video, hit the notification bell if you like. I will see y'all in another video, my lotus flowers. And for my upcoming lotus flowers, welcome to my channel, and I will see you in another one. Peace. I'm out. Bye-bye.